Hi. I'm going to give everybody just a few minutes to join us. Happy February. I'm just getting my stuff set up here. I see we have some people joining us. Okay. So we're going to get started. I'm not by myself anymore, or maybe I am. I know it's Super Bowl Sunday. And, oh well, if they come on, they come on. If they don't, they don't. We'll just make sure. Let me give everybody just a couple of minutes. Okay, it looks like I have some company now, so we're going to get started. I need to just make sure my volume is good. Okay, here we go. So we're just having a fireside chat tonight. If this is your first time joining our area on a Hangout, I want to say welcome to the Make It Happen Area monthly Google Hangout. We do this every first Sunday night of the month. For the most part, I know that it's Super Bowl Sunday, and I know some of you are probably watching the Super Bowl. I keep looking to make sure that I'm online if y'all wonder what I'm doing. So I know some of y'all are at Super Bowl parties and watching, and I have it on in the background, although I'm not watching it. I just wanted to see Adam Levine. Guilty pleasures. I'm being totally honest. I didn't even know who was playing. I had to figure it out. But anyway, I'm just sitting here casual with you by my fireplace and in my living room. The lighting may not be super great, but this is my little favorite spot besides my bedroom, and I love it here. And so it's cold, and I just like my fireplace. So we're going to have a fireside chat tonight. How's that sound? Okay. Well, happy February, the month of love. And I hope everybody had a wonderful, wonderful weekend and is ready to get this month started. I've got some exciting things to share with you tonight. I have on my Mary Kay Beauty coat. I guess I could stand up. I don't know if y'all be able to see it if I stand up, but this is like my new favorite part of my wardrobe. I've been wearing it a lot lately, and I used to do it all the time when I was a beauty consultant, and it was actually light pink, like my Cadillac. And it made me feel professional and successful and accomplished, and people spoke to me more than ever before. When I had that on, I mean, I would walk out and go to the mall and run errands in it, and people would come up and be like, wow, like, who do you work for? Or like, especially men would come up, and this is a great time for men to come up to you if they want to purchase product, not for any other reason. But I'm on a permanent mancation, by the way, forever with the do not disturb on my heart. But at any rate, men are much more likely to purchase products from you. And this is a great time of year to get men to purchase from you. I was just talking to my new personal recruit tonight, Chrissy Vinoy from Tequila, Georgia. And she sold four or maybe five now. I can't keep up with her. 4 or 5 of the Valentine roll-up bags that we've all been talking about and selling, which is so very exciting. I think the record in our national area, as far as I've been told, and if I'm wrong, excuse me, but is in Mallory's unit with Kaylin Royal, one of her personal recruits, and she sold 10 of those bags, of those makeup bags for the men. So anyway, I'm super excited about Love Month, and lots and lots of stuff going on in February, although it's a short month. And I'm just going to be referring to my notes here since I'm kind of sitting in the floor having a fireside chat with you guys. I want to first congratulate our national area because we had an absolutely incredible January as far as team building goes. We were up Oh, I wrote the percentage down and I can't remember, but I know we had the best recruiting month we've had in over 13 months. And so we grew our area, and I looked at our stats just before I got on this Hangout, and they were just astronomically improving our numbers in our national area. And I'm so proud and so happy about that. And I know it has everything to do with the cruise, and people are working and pushing to earn that Royal Caribbean cruise. And I know that it's also a lot to do with the fact that it's a new year, and people are looking for, to new things. Like, they're looking to make money, and they're looking for to fulfill New Year's resolutions and new opportunities. The holidays are over, all the hustle and bustle is gone, and people need to earn money, and they need opportunity, and we've got it. And we've got a great product, and we've got a great opportunity. So congratulations to all of you who added team members in the month of January, and to those of you that started the layering process with working with your director and partnering with her for interviews, because a lot of those seeds that you planted in the month of January are going to come into fruition in the month of February. I promise they will. So the exciting thing is, I'll go ahead and tell you, in case you've been under a rock for the last few days, Mary Kay, in the last few days of January, they doubled our recruiting bonuses. And for any Great Start qualified recruit that a consultant brought in and was qualified by January 31st. And so they surprised us, of course, on February 1st and said, we're doubling the bonus again. And so it's double in the month of February for any team member that you bring in that gets qualified. Okay, it's $100 bonus for you with no limits. So you bring in 5 Great Start qualified recruits, and you can earn a $500 bonus. Okay, you also can become a new Red Jacket, and you will earn a $100 bonus for becoming a first-time Red Jacket, which is very exciting. Not to mention increased commission, 9 or 13% possibly for you as a Red Jacket. It used to be 5 team members that you had to have the increased commission, but now it's 3. And I'm just so proud to be associated with a company that continues to throw out incentives for you, and just really finds ways to help you play full out and to reach your fullest potential in your dreams. It's so exciting. I want to give a little bit of recognition out to our sales directors who earned the sales director promotion in January. And that was Cynthia Frazier, Pamela Sparks, Rochelle Neal, Mallory James, Jessica Jordan, and Talisha Freeman, if I'm not Melinda Bell. And Melinda Bell, do not forget Melinda Bell. I'm going through my head looking at where everybody was sitting yesterday, and they earned their 3rd, if they've been stacking, Kinsley Armel bracelet. So be watching their stack grow, and use it as a reason for you to become a sales director too, because that bracelet stack, I'm telling you what, y'all, I didn't put it on tonight, but I've actually been working in my house all day today on stuff for you guys, and in my office, like literally about 8 hours. And I went and put makeup on for this Hangout. So if anybody saw me putting makeup on at 8:45 at night, they were probably wondering, what in the world are you doing? But I just never made it that far. But I didn't want to scare you with my scary face. So here I am. The recognition that I want to add to what I just did is I want to congratulate Sales Director Rochelle Neal, because she finished her first of the 3 qualifications last month for the cruise with her 6 qualified recruits. She took full advantage of the double credit. So congratulations to you, Rochelle. And then I want to congratulate my beautiful daughter, Mallory, who has been working so hard. She probably doesn't even realize it, but she's completed about 30% of 2 of the qualifications. And I'm so excited for her. She took advantage of double credit last month and wholesale, and she's leading our national area, our entire national area, in wholesale production, personal wholesale production towards the cruise. She sold her butt off last month, I tell you what. And I also want to congratulate Cynthia Frazier, who's about 20% of the way there on 2 of the qualifications. And DIQ's Kiara, Cornica, and Crystal all took advantage last month with a qualified recruit to double. So good job, guys. I'm so proud of you. And then also, not DIQs yet, but in our national area, taking advantage of 2 qualified recruits last month, LaShundra Lewis, Lucretia Holmes, and Tiffany Garner. So congratulations to all of you who helped our area have its best recruiting month all year long. I'm so excited. If you're just joining us tonight, I see a lot of people are coming on. Welcome. We're having a fireside chat tonight and just finished up some recognition, but we're about to move into some training and a little bit of inspiration. I'm going to do some product knowledge tonight. I do want to remind you that book 5 to 10 is going on right now. It's something that our national area does every single month between the 1st and the 5th of the month. And basically it just means that you add at least 5 new bookings. Okay, and a booking is a facial, a skincare party with 3 or more people, or an interview. But preferably, I want you to focus on faces and skincare parties. That's really what I want you to constitute as a booking. Okay, and so 5 to 10, 5 gets your name on the flyer, 10 gets your face on the flyer. That my awesome, wonderful assistant Brandy does for us every month. So book 5 to 10 by the 5th. And it's not about the recognition. It's about what went behind the effort that you did, knowing that if you put 5 to 10 appointments on your books in the first week, the first calendar week of any given month, it's a proven fact that you're going to have a much stronger finish to your month if you start the week out strong, if you start the month out strong with the first week. Okay, great years come from great months come from great days come from great weeks, and great weeks come from great days that you planned minute by minute and that you really started off your month in a strong way. It does something to your mental game when the first week of your month is strong. So don't miss out on that recognition. It's there for a reason, okay? It's about what went behind it and the effort that it took to push through. I was watching Mallory. I wasn't really watching. I was listening. I was sitting right here where I sit by the fire last week on the snow day that did not happen, that absolute obsolete snow day. And I was working right here and she was working on the other side of the wall, which is her office. And her and Kaylin, one of her recruits, were in there booking and working, and nobody was doing anything because we shut down if someone says snow. We start screaming and crying and acting like the world Chicken Little fell out of the sky or something. You guys know what I mean? And so her and Kaylin came in, and I was making phone calls to former consultants to ask them to do a re-sign for $25. And I was working away in here, texting and calling, and her and Kaylin were on the other side of the wall. And Mallory was calling referrals that she hasn't contacted in forever, just some names that she had. And she was like booking up a storm. She was screaming like out of control excitement because, I was listening. Her scripts were awesome. They were on point, and people were like, yes, 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 yes. I could hear them on speaker. Yes, yes. And she was just a booking machine. So she probably has her book 10. I don't know if that fell into January or February, but she probably has her book 10 done in that about 3 hours of power that her and Kaylin spent. And Kaylin was texting and calling customers for the same things, and not so much referrals, but she was selling Valentine bags, which is how she sold the 10. And she was booking practice interview appointments and selling product. And so it was so cool just to be home that night, working from home and listening to those girls, watching 19 and 20-year-olds achieve their dreams and really learn how to make it happen and what it takes to make it in this business. It was so cool. I was so happy for them and so proud. So take your 3 hours of power if that's what it takes. It might be an hour. It might be 3 hours. I know Cindy used to designate Monday nights as her booking night, and she would say, I can't tell you it's going to take me an hour because it might take me 3 hours to get my date book to look like I want and need it to look. It just depends on, how good it happens that night. And so you never know, but you got to mark out the time to be on purpose and strategic with a power hour to fill your date book up. It's important. Okay. Anyway, let's talk about all the splashy details of this Royal Caribbean cruise for 2 to the Bahamas, 5 days and 4 nights, in beautiful, sunny, sandy, crystal clear Bahamas. I have Hawaii on my mind for the top directors. Anyway, it's happening October 7th through 11th. It's going down, and we've got a lot of people in our national area who are working to finish this. I know many of you added recruits last month. Shazda in my unit added 3. Gail added 2. and many, many more. I'm just throwing out some people. They're not qualified yet, so they're not actually showing up as that part completed. But as you know, you have 4 months to get your recruits qualified for the cruise in the Great Start promotion. Mary Kay's made things so simple for us by taking it from the month they join plus the following month and making it the month they join plus the 3 following months to get qualified. So someone has 4 months, okay, the month they join plus the 3 following months to get their 600 wholesale in, and it's all cumulative. So if she does 200 this month and 200 next month and 200 the next month, that's 600 in 3 months. That counts. That makes her Great Start qualified. And that's one less recruit that you need to earn your Royal Caribbean cruise. Now, the first 500 people, of course, are going to get a balcony. And I know y'all are running and running and running for those balconies with that view. My good friend Chatney Gelfius, who lives in Indiana, she's in the Linda Tupin National Area. She was the first person in the U.S. We had some Canadian winners like within 2 weeks of this contest, but Chatney was the first one in January to finish the cruise. And her story was so inspiring because Linda Tupin, her national, put it on the in a Stevox that her area had the first cruise winner. And I was like, oh my gosh. And I looked and it was Chatney, and Chatney's my really good friend. In fact, she sat right here in this very spot with me on this carpet playing Choo Choo Train with her kids and my kids, and we were rubbing each other's backs. There's a picture of it on Facebook. It's so cute. We had a choo choo train doing massages, and Chatney is just the real deal. She knows how to sell product, and she knows how to do this the Mary Kay way. And it was great because she made the cutest Facebook Live video on the last day of January. And if you want to see it, just Google on her Facebook page. Maybe it's public, and if you're not friends with her, you'll be able to see it. But it was her and her husband laying in the bed at midnight, and they were just like recapping and soaking it all in. And she said he didn't believe it. He was a little bit negative, and he's always a glass half empty, and she's a glass half full person. And she said at 12 o'clock on the last day of the month, she had none of the qualifications met for the cruise, not the wholesale, not the recruits, not the red jackets. And he was like, there's no way it's going to happen. And she said, watch me. And that's just the power of a woman making a decision and the power of make it happen. When a woman like wants to do something, get out of her way. She's going to do it. And so Chatney finished out the wholesale. She got the 3 recruits that doubled to 6, got them qualified, and built 3 red jackets. By the last day of the month, it all came together by midnight, and she finished her cruise. And so she was one of the first 30 that got something even sweeter. And I can't even remember what Nathan told us it was now. But at any rate, it's very exciting. So hopefully you have printed out your tracking sheet and you have charted your course and you're staying on track. You've got 5 months left to finish this, but I'm encouraging you to get it done by career conference. Don't wait. Don't procrastinate. Start checking things off. Get the wholesale out of the way. Get the recruits out of the way. The more product you sell and the more faces you see, the more team members you're going to have, which are going to build into the red jackets that you need. So simple. 3,600. 6 recruits, and 3 new star team builders. Mary Kay's giving you a Bahamas cruise. Like, it's a no-brainer. I'm sorry, but it's a no-brainer. It's a free trip for 2. What would you do with that for you and your family? Who are you going to take? Who in your life could really use that special 5 days and 4 nights, all expenses paid, round-trip airfare to Miami, all your food paid for, your ship costs, your transfers, like all inclusive. You guys, I'm telling you, don't write it off. Believe that you can do it. I know you can. Your sales director is willing to partner with you. She's extending her hand. She's extending her leadership and her expertise to help you get this done. And so am I. We're here for you for the long haul. And I'm counting on 20 area winners from our national area. I'd love to put out a bigger number than that, but I just really don't know how many of you are committed to working your business at that level. And so 20 is my number for right now. If I need to increase it, I'll increase it, and that will be awesome. Okay. By the way, have you seen all the exciting new apps that Mary Kay has just put out for us? The first one, I've played around and toyed with it a little bit, and it's so cool. It's called Skin Sight, and you can download it for either phone, for Android or iOS, it basically scans your face and it does an assessment of the wrinkles and the aging and the sun damage. And it tells you right then and there live what the assessment is of your skin. And then it will recommend the products that we have in our product line that you could benefit from. And it's a fantastic tool to use with your customers. I know that it's going to increase your selling and your items sold every month, which is so very important. Remember, 100 items sold in a month, it's about $3,000 in sales on average. That's $1,500 profit. It's a lot of fun to play the checkoff game. 25, 50, 75, and 100. Okay. The second app that Mary Kay came out with, and I've been playing with this one tonight too, it's pretty cool, is the Mirror Me app. And this replaces the Mary Kay Virtual Makeover app, if you've been familiar with that or playing with it. And on the Mirror Me app, there are 10 Chroma Fusion color looks, live and in person. You don't have to submit a photo or anything. It just uses your live face right then to put the products on you, the Chroma Fusion looks that the company put together, so you can see what they'll look like, just like a virtual makeover. So it's really, really cool. If you haven't downloaded it yet, I encourage you to do that. And then the third one you may not know about, because I learned a lot of new things about it this week, is the Digital Showcase. And it's kind of a one-stop shop app where you can see products, the lookbook. There's some team building stuff on there. There's some team building videos to help you know what to say. The actual team building sheet where you can show people what they get is on there. So make sure you have those 3 apps near the front of your phone because you're going to be using them often. I love how Mary Kay is so trending in this area, and just we get better and better every day. They're even working on a new ordering app to make it easy to order on your phone through an app instead of having to log into InTouch and go to ordering on the big screen. I actually just got an email before we started this Hangout tonight from the developer of it at Mary Kay, and she wanted to know if I'd be willing to be in the pilot test for the app. And I was like, yeah, of course. I can't wait. So this can be really exciting and make things super easy. And of course, there's always the Mary Kay Customers app, which I love to ship products to my customers through. I don't have to pay shipping because I'm a national perk of being a national. So anyway, take a few minutes and catch yourself up on all the digital stuff that Mary Kay's got for us. Okay. So a couple of other announcements. This month, the February key is Sell It, Sister. And I hope that you're selling lots and lots of product. And I want to read you something that Mary Kay said about selling, because she believed so much in it and she built her company around it because she thought it was the greatest thing that we could do. And she thought it was the most honorable thing to be in sales. She says that she's always maintained that in a confrontation between 2 people or between one person and a group of people, a sale is going to be made. You either sell them or they sell you. Maybe it's a product or an intangible or an idea, but something is going to be sold. And yet the sale will be made by the person who is determined, persistent, committed, and confident about what he or she is trying to sell. And, you know, I'm going to read you a quote. It's one of my favorite. Mary Kay Ash always maintained that it is just as honorable to sell as it is to buy. That's because when you offer Mary Kay products, you are not just selling something. You are finding a customer's need and you're filling it. You're helping a woman take better care of her skin. You're helping to make someone feel beautiful. You're helping a woman step out of her shell and into the light. And it's true that nothing happens until someone sells something. So sell it, sister. What you waiting for? And you can already earn your February key, which is a gorgeous bracelet. I know you're going to love it. I had it on upstairs. I mean, I had it lay on the counter and forgot to put it on upstairs when I was putting on my jewelry. So I'm not going to take a time out to go get it, but it's really beautiful. And you've probably seen a picture of it already. And you can also see it on InTouch. Okay. So did you hear the exciting news? In February, Mary Kay is offering a $69 free product giveaway to anybody who joins the company in the month of February, who submits their agreement for $100. It doesn't happen with a $25 starter kit, but it does happen with the $100 starter kit. They're giving away a tone correcting serum plus a set of vitamin C squares, which are my favorite, and it's $69 in addition to the $400 worth of product that they get in their starter kit. So you guys are getting $469 worth of product for only $100. Seriously, like it's they can get their money back. If they use those products, if those customers in your customer base use those products, call and tell them. Like, they're basically getting their next supply for free. And if they love our products because they're using them, they should give it a chance and just give this opportunity a try. Don't you think? They have nothing to lose. Why not? So exciting. So make sure you're showing and telling that. I would personally have those on hand when you're doing your recruiting appointments so that you can show it and they can actually see what it is, because many people don't know. The tone correcting serum, just to give you a little product education, is a product that helps to even out the surface of the skin. If you have like age spots or discoloration, or you can't see it on mine because I have makeup on, but my chin is really discolored, and right now more than normal. I don't know why. I had to have some jaw surgery about 15 years ago, and I had to have like a chin implant when they did my TMJ surgery to make everything balance and work. And my chin is like all red and discolored from that. And I don't know if it's from whatever they put in there or the screws in my face or what it is, but of course I have it all covered up with our fantastic concealer and makeup. And so it helps to even out that skin and fade sun damage. Okay. The vitamin C squares, my absolute favorite. I use them every morning and every night. I'm a vitamin C junkie. Most of you know I get vitamin C intravenously every week in Tennessee. And it's just something that I really believe in and I'm super passionate about. And this vitamin C square that Mary Kay, if you haven't used it, it's a pack of 10. You use one little square, you put it in your fingers, and you put 3 drops of water and mix it with any of your favorite serums that we sell. Rub it on. If it's sticky or tacky, it's because it doesn't have enough water in it. So you need to add some water and then rub it in. It's straight vitamin C in its purest form, and it goes directly onto your skin. Talk about antioxidants and aging and all the other good stuff. It's all packed into that powerful little C square. And so this is really something to get your customers hooked on this month. Okay. So next exciting thing to share with you is Career Conference is coming to a city near you. And so if you don't know what Career Conference is, let me share with you. It is a place where you plug in and power up with top other Mary Kay leaders. A couple times a year, Mary Kay hosts these, and the company's coming actually from Dallas to your local city, most of your local cities across the country. And they are going to bring some of the most powerful nationals in all of Mary Kay to Duluth this year. The number 1 and the number 2, Gloria Mayfield Banks and Patricia Turker, Alia Head and Kristen Sharp are all going to be in Atlanta this year, which is so exciting. They're sending me to Anaheim, California. So I'm not going to be with you at any of the local conferences. I know we've got about 37 consultants registered right now in Mobile and in Duluth, which I'm very excited about. Our area goal is 150 registered. You have until February 28th, and the cost is $95. That does include everything that you need to attend the conference. And if you qualify for the special luncheon, it includes your luncheon. If you don't qualify for the special luncheon, you got to go out and brown bag it or get it on your own. And so I'm going to encourage you to earn the luncheon, which means that you earned all 3 keys in December, January, February, okay, with your 600 wholesale, and you added a qualified team member. Pretty exciting. I know, it's so exciting. And then if you register for Career Conference, you're going to get a reduced seminar registration fee, which happens in July, which is the greatest celebration and greatest show on earth. And your reduced registration fee is $195 down from $225. So that saves you, $30 there. And then also you're going to get a product credit when you get home from Career Conference to cover approximately half the cost of your Career Conference registration. They'll give it to you on your first order once Career Conference is over. So they're pretty much giving you your money back in registration between the product bonus not the product bonus, the product credit that they're going to give you on your order and the reduced seminar registration fee. They're pretty much giving you your entire registration fee back. So awesome. Like, just Gets better and better. Thank you, Mary Kay. I want to congratulate Laurie Jackson. She's got 5 unit members registered, and I thought she was leading our area, and then I kept going down the sheet, and I noticed that Talisha Freeman and Pamela Sparks also have 5 consultants registered for a career conference. And so we're so excited about the 37 of you that have already made the decision, and I know it just opened a couple of days ago, and some of you jumped on it because everybody who's been in Mary Kay for a while knows that Duluth, Georgia Career Conference is going to be the first one to sell out because it has Gloria Mayfield Banks. It has the #1 national. And if you procrastinate until February 28th or you put it off, you have a chances are you may not get in. All right. So don't put it off. It's 24 hours of girl power and fun and recognition and training and inspiration. Some of you are going to be walking across the stage for many things, and you can check out what you can be recognized for on InTouch under Bling Badges. Go into Career Conference and upcoming events, Career Conference, Bling Badge, and find yourself a place to win. Find yourself a place to be recognized, and join us on that 24 hours of power. It starts about 7 o'clock on Friday night. It ends at 4 o'clock on Saturday. If you're local, you can sleep at home unless you want to get a hotel with your girlfriends and have a 24-hour slumber party. That's always a lot of fun. But probably it's close enough to you that you can stay at your house or jump in a hotel room with 3 other girls and put 4 to a room. Directors don't room with consultants, by the way, though. Do y'all know that? That's our rule. It's our Mary Kay rule. You got to be a director to stay in a room with a director. So if you're a consultant, find 2-3 other consultants to join arms with. And we'll see you guys at Career Conference, okay? Looking forward to lots of luncheon winners. You may have seen that I am going to be really busy in the month of February. I put together a series of Pacesetters classes that I'm going to bring to a couple of cities. I'm going to bring them to Greenville, to Alabama, and then here at my house, they start Thursday night. And I'm so excited because Pacesetters is something that has always been a pivotal moment for me in my Mary Kay business and for the consultants who attend. It's basically just a training that I'm going to do. I'm doing the whole thing. So I want you to commit to all 3 classes. You can see the dates on CeciliaJames.com, or you may have already gotten the flyer from your director or on Voxer. They're also on our Facebook page. You can find the information pretty much anywhere. It's going to be a basic training of booking, coaching, selling, recruiting, team building, time management, money management, attitude, image, all things you need to be successful in Mary Kay. It's going to be like Mary Kay University one-on-one. We're going to do a little bit of role playing. We're going to have a lot of fun. It's snappy casual dress wherever we are. And so this one starts at my house this Thursday night at 6:30 if you're local. If not, check out the calendar, find one in a city near you that's local, and make sure you attend all 3. We do them very close in together. Like in Alabama, it's a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, because I've found that it's most effective when you power pack it into 3 days, kind of like attending a little mini seminar if you were going to go do that. And you'll get the most out of it versus coming like once a week, every 2 or 3 weeks. Okay. So we're just going to pour on the skills to you in those 24, 48, 72 hours. We're just going to saturate your brain with knowledge and power and confidence and skill. And you're going to take what you learned and you're going to go out and you're going to have the best February and March quarter end that you've ever had in the history of your Mary Kay business. I'm claiming it right now. I know it. I'm excited and I can't wait. So support me, support Pacesetters. Do it for yourself. Do it for your business. Do it for yourself more than anything, but please come support me. Okay. Pick me, as Chatney said, pick me. Anyway, okay. I want to highlight just a couple of my favorite products right here. These are 2 of my all-time Mary Kay classic favorites. I don't know. Can y'all see these? Okay. There you go. Yep. There we go. Aren't they pretty in the fire? Yeah. So this is Mary Kay Intense Moisturizing Cream. And this is Mary Kay Oil-Free Hydrating Gel. Both of these are the same exact product, okay? But they're for different skin types. Just like your Time Wise has normal to dry in combination to oily, they have normal to dry in combination to oily. Can you see that one is pink and one is purple? I know it's kind of hard with my lighting in here, but I'm really enjoying my fireside chat. I hope you are too. So here's the deal. This one I use every morning and every night. My face is thirsty. It can't be without it. It's hydrating. This I don't use because my skin's not really oily. And I like moisture. I put extra emollient night cream on my face every night with that intense moisturizing cream. It's $32. I have tons of customers who use this. In fact, I have a customer who orders 10 at a time because she wants to have 10 for the whole year, and then she just reorders 10 the next year. She doesn't ever want to be without it or run out or risk me being out of town. Seriously. All of my really good customers are hooked on this, especially in the winter. So the difference is the oil-free hydrating gel. You may be thinking, well, if you're oily, you don't need a lot of moisture. No, but you do need to balance what's there. You help to balance the skin's pH, and this controls the oil for up to 10 hours while hydrating at the same time, because that's the number one reason why our skin looks like it's saggy and dried out, is because it's not moisturized enough, and that's because we're dehydrated. And so I forgot where I was talking about Purple Wood oil-free hydrating gel to balance the skin's pH, to balance the oil control for up to 10 hours, and just to help reset everything and make it work. People with oily skin love this because they really do tell me that they feel balanced when they use it. Now, the reason that I chose those two to highlight tonight is I've had a lot of people ask me, what about the moisturizer with the new Time Last 3D? And the moisturizer is built into the new day and night solution. It's kind of like a 2-in-1. But some people still feel like they need additional moisture, me being one of them. And a lot of my customers have said, I feel like I need more moisture. And it's not maybe that they do, but they think they do because they're used to putting on a supplemental moisturizer. This is the product that you want to suggest for them if they feel like they need more moisture and their skin is normal to dry. It has the pink on the back, just like your regular products. It's going to be a great addition to help you upsell, to increase your sales and your profit. And your customers are really going to like the product just because it feels so good. Even if they don't think they need it, they're going to like the way it feels and they're going to want it. Okay. And the same thing with this. People, even with oily skin, that have bought the Miracle Set for oily, have told me the same thing. I still feel like I need that third step. So here it is. These are the two things that I suggest, just on my experience, that you suggest to your customers as supplemental products. And I think you're going to really see that you're going to have to stock lots of that on your shelf if you don't already, because when it runs out, it's out and people want it. Trust me. Okay. So just a little bit of product knowledge I wanted to give you. And then don't forget, before we keep moving, Valentine's Day sales, because it is the month of love and it is Valentine's Day. And there are lots of men who are looking for your help for their special someone or their significant other. I know the Valentine bags have been a huge success. And if someone doesn't have $150 to spend on a Valentine's gift, that's okay, because you can customize and cut down the bag. And of course, you have a buffet full of other products that you can supplement these men with for Valentine's Day. But the key is you got to ask. You got to call. You can't just text or put out a Facebook post. You've actually physically got to follow up. You've got to converse. You've got to talk. I did a couple last week. It was so easy. All the text messages I sent, they said yes. One said, let me have it all. Yes. And I was like, okay, perfect. Like, all right. And another thing I thought might be cool, I just thought of it this afternoon, is it might be cool for you to monogram the roll-up bag for his wife if she has a name or a nickname or something. I did one just for a friend of mine the other day. She has like another company that's her logo, and I put her logo on the bag because it's really important to her instead of her name. And so it just makes it kind of personal, and it looks like he was really thoughtful when actually you were the one who suggested it. But monogramming is huge right now, and it's so popular and everybody loves it. So just something to consider. Okay, couple other things. Yesterday we had a Strength Finders workshop in Carrollton, Georgia with our local Southern Distribution Center coach, Claudia Peru. She's not Claudia Peru, she's from Peru, Claudia Torres. And she did just a fantastic job helping us all really learn about ourselves and discover our strengths. And if you were there, I applaud you for investing in yourself. And I applaud you for wanting to grow. The personal growth is so important on your success journey. And I learned so much about myself, even after 27 years in Mary Kay. And, I'm 47 years old and I've had a lot of life happen to me. I learned so much about myself, and I'm so obsessed with the Strength Finders. Um, that's the one Brandy printed for me, but this is the one the company gave us. And, I learned things that I didn't know and things I did know, but I didn't really know how to put into words. And so or how to understand, I took the whole 34 Clifton strengths. I didn't do just the top 5. I did all 34. And so I also learned what my weaknesses were. And yesterday, Claudia gave us a 6-hour workshop, just really explaining what it all means and breaking it down. And it was life-changing, seriously. And so I know, like, this commercial is not helping you because you weren't there and you didn't get it and you don't have the book and all that good stuff. But the good news is you can take the link and you can just Google it. It's strengthfinders.com. And it's a Gallup, Gallup polls, they survey everything. And you can take the test yourself and it will analyze it for you. It's $19.99 for the 5 strengths, and it's $39.99 if you do the other ones later. But if you do it all together, it's $49 for all 34 strengths. It's money well spent. I would highly recommend that you do it. It's true that when we work in our gifts and we work in our strengths, we're more powerful. And a lot of times we're trying to be good at things that we're just not really gifted at. We're just not really good at. And we think we have to be well-rounded and good at everything, and we don't. And it really holds us back from living our best life because we think we can't compete with other people, or we don't have this, or we don't have that. You know what? Not a single person in the room had the strengths that I have. And the number one strength that I have was significance. And nobody else in the room had that. And they told us that there's a 1 in 33 million odds that someone else has your same set of strengths just like you in that order. 1 in 33 million. And so that tells me that you're unique and you have everything that you need. You just need to figure out what it is that you have if you don't know, because I wasn't really sure either. And I kind of knew, but some of the things I thought would have been closer to the top were not. Significance, activator, command, achiever, and competition were my top 5. And would you believe communication was like my second to the last one? And winning others over, was like my last one. I would have thought like I was way up there with those things, but I wasn't. And so it shows you if you're basically an influencer or an executor or a relationship builder or a strategic thinker. I was an influencer. Most of the sales directors there yesterday fell into the influencer category. And I learned now that I've got to take my 5 and my 6 through 10, and this is what I've got to focus on. And this is where I've really got to push to grow my national area and grow my business to the level that I really want it to be at. And you've got to do the same. So I want you to still take the test if you weren't there. If you want to talk to me or your sales director about it, I would really still encourage you to do that. I'd love to see your strengths. I'd love to know. I know it would help your sales director work with you better in getting you closer to your goals if she knew what your strengths were. And you may be working out of your strengths, which is what's slowing you down and holding you back and not getting you closer to that sales director suit. So you've got to understand what you naturally do best. Okay. And I thought I knew that, but now I have total clarity about what I naturally do best. And I'm learning really how to apply what I learned. And I'm going to share those results with all of you because I want you to know how I roll and what my top strengths are. And so we can all work better together because we are #better together. That's been our area hashtag this year, better together and reset. So I'm going to seriously encourage you to do it. It takes 45 minutes to take the test. And I really want to encourage you to be careful when you're answering the questions because they're important. They're wacky, weird questions. And some of them I was like, I don't know. And so I think I put, I don't know. But I don't know how after answering those questions that it gave me these answers about myself, but it did. And it's real and it works. And it was like, OMG, how does it know? But it will tell you where you're most uniquely talented. And that's really what we focused on yesterday, is that it's not really a strength, although it's called Strength Finders. It's more of a talent, and it's a starting point for living your strongest possible life. It will make everybody in your area better, in your unit, in your circle, in your family. Get your husband to do it with you. Have your kids do it. And I will tell you that if you take the time to maximize your potential, it's your greatest chance for success. It's your greatest chance to succeed if you know what you naturally are talented at, and then strengthen it. I used to hear it all the time from my friend Amy. She was like, working your strengths, Strength Finders. And I just kept putting it off. I never did it. And for 2 years, I've been saying, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And I never did it. It also teaches you how to watch out for blind spots, things that might be unintended negative motivators or unintended negative misconceptions. And it really helps you find your balcony and your basement behaviors in each of your Clifton strengths. And so, anyway, I just encourage you to do it. I hope that you'll take the time to grow. This is the year of growth. As you know, if you were at Winter Retreat or you've been in my space at all, I'm resetting this year. And it is my theme. It is my mantra. It is my theme. And I am definitely going to reset. And so I want to share with you something that I wrote, and then a couple of things that I found from my notes and pulled together, just a little bit of inspiration. When you really look back and reflect, how has 2019 been for you so far? And we're already, 4.5 weeks into 2019. And the last time we did a Google Hangout was December. We missed January because it was Winter Retreat. We were coming home from Winter Retreat that day. And so we're chatting now, almost 5 weeks into the new year, to set the tone for the new year, to reset. And it's reset and no fear and personal growth. They're great themes to really adapt this year. Okay. And I don't want you to allow the fear of looking stupid to hold you back from everything that you were called to do this year. Don't worry about what it looks like to other people. Sometimes we doubt ourselves while other people are intimidated by your potential. There are always sometimes strangers applauding louder for us than people in our own circle, which is crazy, but it's true, because your success sometimes threatens the people in your circle, and they don't want you to step forward past them. And so it makes them feel threatened if they're, if they haven't learned how to step out of their comfort zone yet. And so I don't know if that means anything to you or if that's important to you, but you're doubting yourself while many people are intimidated by your potential. Okay. People are intimidated by your potential. So what does that mean to you? For me, it means, not now, but when it was that for me, like many, many, many years ago, before I invested in all this personal growth, it meant that I was holding myself back from doing what I really knew I was called to do and what I wanted to do. And I have let people before literally push me down and hold me back from achieving my goals in order not to make them feel smaller. And you're playing small honors no one, my friends. It doesn't. And so people can literally be intimidated by your goals and your visions, or even your unforeseen goals that you don't have yet. And they're busy drowning in self-doubt, and then you're busy drowning in self-doubt if you let them hold you back. And that's just not where we want to be this year. So snap out of it, sister. Snap out of it, sister. And let's find like our inner strength and our inner genius and our goals, and let's manifest in our life what we want to happen in 2019 and beyond. It's not just about 2019. We're looking at the next 5 years, 10 years. Like, where do you really want to be in the next 5 years? Where do you really see yourself? Because if you don't do something about it, my friends, you're going to be in the exact same place that you're in 5 years tonight. And if you're happy and it's a good place, bravo. But I'm not. There are a lot of things I want to do in my life and a lot of goals I have. So Moving forward, I lost my train of thought. I'm looking at my notes. Just let me find where I was. What do you want to accomplish within the first week of February? What are your overall realistic goals for the month? Are you holding yourself back because you don't feel as if the time is right, or you're not fully prepared, or you don't have all the materials that you need? My friends, there's never going to be a perfect time to get started. You're always going to find an excuse. It's always going to be easy to find, but you've got all the tools that you need. That's what we learned in Strength Finders yesterday, is that you've got what you need. What you need, you have. And it got a huge round of applause when Claudia said that. What you need, you have. God gave you what you need. You have it. And He didn't give you talents for you to just sit on them and rest on your laurels. And so who cares what people think? Go for it. Go after what you want. The timing's never going to be perfect, but you have to believe that all things are going to align in your favor. Start your journey tonight. Make your decision with me that tonight I'm just going to do it scared, lonely, afraid, wondering if I'll be good. I'm just going to get started and get the job done. And I promise you, a year from now, you guys, you're going to be so glad you did. Like a year from now, you're going to look back and play this video and wow, I'm so glad I did. I want to share with you another thing. This is some old notes that I pulled out about New Year's and resetting and wanting a different life. And if you really want a different life, you're going to have to be able to see beyond where you are right now and beyond the life that you're in. Before you can change your habits, you're going to have to change your vision. And before you can change your relationships, you're going to have to work on yourself. You're going to have to reconcile some things with yourself before you can change your relationships. Before you can have a different existence, you have to believe that it's possible. These things were so key in my Mary Kay journey. They're so key. And this year is the year to reconcile with myself. It is. It's the reset. I always believed it was possible, but I know that many of you don't. And if you want something different, you've got to believe that the future is better than the past. You have to believe that. You can't keep looking back. It's only going to hurt your neck. Okay. If you want a different reality, you're going to have to be unrealistic. And this means that you're going to have to envision a life that is foreign, one that's completely new. You're going to have to imagine yourself doing things you've never done before, maybe things that make you uncomfortable or nervous at first. You're going to have to stop dreaming of the best you've ever known and imagine that there could be something so good you've never even conceived it yet. Would you choose for yourself if there was nothing binding you to your smallness? Would you believe? I want you to think about these for a minute. I'm going to ask you these questions slowly. What would you believe in if you knew that whatever you set your mind to is what would manifest? What would you really care about if you knew caring would make it real? It's a good one. The truth is that people shun the possibilities of their lives because they're afraid of being unrealistic. Every struggling artist who made it big had to believe in themselves before anyone else could see what they were capable of. Every national sales director had to believe in herself before anybody else could see what she was capable of and what they were capable of. Every business person had to imagine a product that didn't exist yet, just like Mary Kay. When she started our company, the product didn't exist. She dreamed up a company and needed a product. And every come up story starts with one thing and one thing only: someone who dared to dream bigger. Someone who dared to dream bigger than was allowed. Most people plan their lives using the blueprints of their past. They combine what they thought they wanted, what others told them was possible, and the best things that ever happened to them, and mold them into an idea of the greatest possible outcome. But if you look back on your life, you'll realize that we often don't know what's best for us. There are things out there that we do so good, we don't think to ask for them, but they find us anyway. Identify the limits of your thinking and then shatter those limits in 2019. Believing in something alone will not make it happen. Things don't just happen. You have to make them happen. And I'm going to say it again. Believing in something alone will not just make it happen. You have to dream it. You have to dare to do it. You have to imagine it. And if it means you have to reset, you have to reset. It means that your personal revolution starts now. Remember that the goodness you cannot yet conceive of does not have to be about something you do not yet have. Very often, the greatest, most unbelievable miracles are learning to love what's in front of us with complete reckless abandon. The greatest possible outcome of your life can be to fall in love with what you have. It can be learning to take compliments and cherish them, knowing when to jump on opportunities, even if the future is unclear. It can be to become completely and totally at peace each day, to know real joy for the first time ever. It can be to heal, even if others have said it's impossible. Change, even if you've never been able to do it before. The greatest possible vision for your life does not have to be a metamorphosis of your money or your relationships or your job. It's in your mind first and foremost. Maybe it is not becoming someone else, but being able to realize that everything you have is everything you need. Everything you have is everything you need. And allowing gratitude to be the base on which you build everything that you desire. Be willing to reach beyond the limits of what you thought was possible. Maybe you get something even better than the greatest thing you thought you wanted. Maybe you don't become someone new. Maybe you realize that all you are is all you ever wanted. And maybe it's to experience more bliss and gratitude than you ever felt before, right here and right now. That'd be a great way to run 2019, don't you think? I think it really would. I know for me, this is going to be a year of abundance. It's going to be a year of resetting and gratitude and get to know myself. I'm going to spend a lot of time alone this year. I'm going to learn to just be okay and be still in the moment. I'm going to spend time getting to know who Cecilia really is and discovering my very best life. And I can't do that with anybody else but me. I can't. And I'm going to encourage you to do the same thing. There are so many opportunities for growth. I'm reading a book right now about painful leadership on Audible. It's one of my favorite new things, podcast and Audible. I'm constantly playing those things in the background and feeding my mind with the positive energy and the knowledge that I need. I'm listening to CDs every day in my car, old Mary Kay CDs, or you can do downloads if you don't have a CD player. But I'm investing in me this year. I'm learning how to better empower you and the women in my organization. And I really, really do want to be the best version of myself that I can this year for you. So let's reset together, if you don't mind. And in the last 5 minutes that we have together, I just want to share one more thing with you. I really, really am so proud of you guys for the recruiting that we did in January, up over like our best recruiting month in 13 months. Thank you. I want you to know that recruiting is one of the most, I don't want to say it's easy and simple, but it really is. But it's one of the most generous things that you can do for another human being is to offer her the Mary Kay opportunity. It will change her life just like it's changed mine and hopefully yours. You've just got to know how to do it. And it starts with building a relationship, putting product on her face, number one, selling her product, number two, letting her fall in love with the product, going back to do a color appointment with her. So that means book, coach, sell, book, coach, sell, book, recruit is last. Last night when we went to do a party with Mallory and her new team member, Miranda, we sold $630. There were 14 women there. It was after the Strength Finders workshop yesterday. And Mallory was like, I know we can get her in her red jacket. And I said, yeah, I'm sure we can. There's 14 women there. There's no way she's not getting in her red jacket. But we're not going to do that tonight. We are instead going to sell product. We're going to build relationships. We're going to show Miranda what it feels like to have a successful skincare party. We're going to show her what it feels like to book every single person in attendance for a second appointment, because they're going to introduce her to 3 more people at every second appointment. And we're going to show those customers what it looks like to walk out with product in hand. So when they decide to join Mary Kay, they're going to know the importance of having inventory on hand. And then after she's been a hostess and the relationship is there and Miranda's done the basis of our marketing plan, the structure, the bones that we have to have. We're going to go back and we're going to do practice interviews, and we're going to have a new red jacket on our hands in the next week or two, but we're going to do it the right way. It's slower, but it's stronger and it's better. And I need you to understand that. So when you do get to the point of the party, this is what you do. You play the fabulous referral game while they have on their charcoal mask, and you figure out how many people can give you how many referrals, and then you give a prize for the one with the most. These are the referrals that Mallory was calling on the other side of the wall last week when I was telling you it was snowing. It came from this party referrals. Yesterday, she probably had 50 referrals at her party. And then at the end of the party, you're going to have them flip this over. It says, I would love your opinion. And every single person is going to fill this out, and they're going to bring it into the one-on-one consultation with you. And it says your name, your address, best number to reach you, email, your consultant, what excites you most about the career opportunity, what would hold you back from starting your own business, because she's heard a little tiny bit of marketing during the charcoal mask. And then it says, circle the number that best describes your interest level, 1 to 10. And you're going to take these and you're going to give them to your sales director every single week. And if she puts a 1 that she's not interested, you're still going to give it to your sales director, because your sales director is going to call her and say, hi, Melinda, this is Cecilia James with Mary Kay. Pam gave me your number, and she told me that you were at a party she did this week and that you would be willing to help her with some training. I know you're not interested. I know you wouldn't do this in a million years, because I saw that you put a 1 on your interest level. And that's perfect, because then there's no pressure for anybody. Not for Melinda, not for Pam, and not for me, but it will really help Melinda with her training, okay? And so she's going to book the interview, which would be better for you. She's going to book an interview, and she's going to go, and she's going to share the information in a non-threatening way, and you're going to sell this person on your director and how great she is, and chances are 50-50, you're going to have a new recruit, because somebody doesn't know they're interested in Mary Kay until they've sat down and listened to the facts. They don't know they're interested because they don't know what it's about. So even if they're not and they sit and listen, they're going to be after they hear it. And chances are the majority of your recruits are going to come from the 1 to 5 people. Trust me, because once they hear it, they're totally impressed and they think, wow, I had no idea. And they see a bigger picture. And if not, they're going to be a great customer. It's a great learning experience for you. And you're going to save these to call back when you get into DIQ and need 1 more person. And you're going to say, I need 1 more person to finish my unit. I know you weren't interested then, but would you be willing to help me out now to get your 50% discount? Do you know National Sales Director Kristen Myers was one of those people? She was a personal use consultant at the last minute to help somebody win a car. And she's a senior Diamond Circle National Sales Director today. So you never know. But this is, oh, sorry, a notification scared me on my computer. This is just the way that you book every single person you facial for an interview with your sales director. You can't go to a party without these. You can't. You can't become a national sales director without this. Do you understand? And then the second new tool I'm really excited about is, this is on my website, and your director probably emailed it out to you, but it's the new marketing sheet created by Ari Hathaway. And I've been doing interviews with these like crazy over the last couple of weeks in lieu of my recruiting notebook, which I never thought I would give up. But I've been using this because I like it, and it's short and sweet. And it's helping me empower you to learn how to do your own interviews if I'm not around. Okay. So be sure that you have all of these tools, and that you have lots of them in stock, and you don't go to parties or marketing appointments without them. And we are going to have the best February we've ever had. We're going to have the highest recruiting month we've ever had. And we're going to have more cruise winners than any other national area. I'm claiming it right now. Let's get started. I got to go take some medicine because my alarm is going off. So you guys have a great Sunday evening. Thanks for joining me tonight. And whatever team you were cheering for, I hope your team wins. Okay, good night.